It may be yet another story of militants, once friendly to the U.S., now finding themselves on Washington's terror list. Congress is urging the State Department to do so with the Azov Battalion and 2 other far-right paramilitary groups, while the subcommittee leading the charge is looking for support on both sides of the political spectrum.
I'm baffled as to why my Republican colleagues have refused to sign on to this. Not only are Azov Battalion, National Action and Nordic Resistance Movement directly connected to inspiring attacks in the homeland, they're direct purveyors of anti-Semitic ideologies that inspire attacks against Jews.
The State Department has yet to respond, but their contemplation is understandable, given they've fought Washington's battles in the past. But these guys are not your everyday soldiers. These neo-Nazis were supposed to be confined to the imagination of Russian propagandists. So why the sudden 180? Well, Washington was only fine with them when they were all the way in faraway Ukraine. And those guys have since come to the U.S. Remember this? The nation was in shock. Such a large gathering of the extreme right, a protester killed. But there were other events lurking in the background that got barely any media coverage. The organizers of these right-wing riots actually flew to Ukraine and were trained by the Azov Battalion.
On August 1st, 2018, an Instagram user tagged Right Brand Clothing's account in a post containing a photograph of Rise Above movement members during their trip to Germany, Ukraine, and Italy, meeting with Olyena Simonyanka, the leader of the International Department for the National Corps, which is a political party in the Ukraine that was founded in 2016 out of a regiment of the Ukrainian military called the Azov Battalion.
Only a year later, a U.S. soldier was charged with planning a terrorist attack. He was planning to join, you guessed it, Azov Battalion.
Smith was reported to have disseminated guidance on how to construct improvised explosive devices, and to have spoken about his desire to travel to Ukraine to fight with the Ukraine-based violent far-right paramilitary group, Azov Battalion.
Once they come knocking on the U.S.'s door, they become a lot scarier.
Some of the more radical groups, including these ones with Nazi ideology, are not really happy with Mr. Zelensky, and they're putting a lot of pressure on him not to go forward with any kind of status for the Donbass, any kind of reconciliation that would lead to an end of the war and the standoff with Russia. So I don't know why suddenly these congressmen, who are by no means unsupportive of Ukraine as a tool against Russia, and are not happy, I'm sure, with any kind of initiative for Mr. Zelensky, why they would undermine people who up till now had been their allies in Ukraine. So there are a lot of paradoxes in